Yes, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe to the channel! Are you ready to see a review of a hot raving Russian premium tank that will cut through the enemy like butter, that will raise your win rate, that will be a guarantee for good games and fun and loads of damage? Are you ready to see such a review? Do you want it? Yes, you want it, don't you? Well, up until that time we have this little piece of shit. The T70/57, a tier 3 Russian light tank, which used to be one of the most rare tanks in the game. It wasn't for everybody. I think it was for sale at first, only on the NA server. It popped up for sale about half a year ago, when the Object 252U was also there in craze. Then you could get this one as well. As said, it was a rare tank, but it was on general sale half a year ago, and it's on sale again now. And yeah, to be honest, it's very underwhelming. Make no mistake about it, it's quite an underwhelming tank. Crabsfish here, he sent me a review while he was on Mirage, and you can see it's a 3 versus 5, and they're going to lose another tank very soon. I'm not sure what the D2 is saying. It's going to be a 2 versus 5 for a very brief moment, then becomes a 2 versus 4, because it is obviously a low tier tank, a low tier game. And then you get stuff like this, people just running around the edge of the map, and they keep running, just pass you and don't even shoot you, and when they try to engage you, then they suddenly see a tank on the ridge and start thinking, oh, look at that, there's not a tank on the ridge, let's not engage the tank in front of us, who's a bigger threat, let's shoot the other tank. Great stuff to do, but 9 out of 10 times it isn't the best of things to do. Because, yeah, the T70/57 here, who's in front of them, Crabsfish driving it, it's a light tank with a turret slightly offset to the left. As you can see, it was one of a load of Russian light tanks in World War II. And yeah, the pop goes the turret, quite far away actually as well. But this tank, it is mediocre. Let's put it that way. Yes, you can bounce in it, but you will only bounce against same tier. Pop goes the turret again. You will only bounce against same tier targets. You can get hit hard by the tank destroyers you will be facing at this tier, like Armada 2, like the currently available FCM 36 Pack 40 as well, which is a slow turret. Don't buy that one, I think. But as I say this, I'm telling you, don't buy it. The bundles themselves are not that bad at all. Really not that bad. So even if you have this tank already, it might be a good idea to take a look at the bundle and then start thinking, am I going to buy just to get the gold and the boosters, etc. in it? Because this is what it looks like in the game. This is on my press account. I don't have it on a press account, hence I can show you what is in the bundle. You get the tank, you get the camouflage, fully equipped as well. Bit stupid, I would normally not equip a tier 3 tank fully, but yeah, if you get it, then why not? These are the premium days. You're looking at 1,250 worth of premium. That's in this bundle as well. And 1,250 gold, that would be about this amount of money, €5.49. So you're basically getting cheap premium time with a free tank. Hurrah! What's not to like? Well, the tank itself, as said, is pretty shit. It has a 57mm gun, which is good, gives you 60 alpha per shot at 60 hit penetration. But then again, the T27, the T127, or the BTSV, which were other tier 3 Russian light tanks, get 84 in terms of penetration. And they go up to 115 on APCR, where this one stays at 100. So yeah, that's not the best in terms of ideas. Even the Panzer 3A, which I think everybody got when they played 1 or 2 games, I think, when it's turned 5. That one gets a 50mm gun with 65 alpha, go figure, and 76 penetration on AP and 96 on APCR. That tank is in most regards better than this one. It is slow as a light tank, not as slow as the T127 or the Panzer IIJ, but there are so many tanks that are a lot quicker. This has a really weak engine. It has a low power to weight ratio. It has a, well, bad traverse, not that bad, but it's just so slow. It feels so small and it is so slow. And if you are up against tier 4 tanks, as is shown here on mines, which is of course one of the maps you will face a lot with this tank, Funabrarum is going to show us that. Funabrarum. Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce your name, but thanks for sending this one in, mate. And you sent this to me, you said, well, this is not the best in terms of games, in terms of damage, etc, etc. Yeah, I know, thank you for that. But it does show what a tank can do against tier 4 targets and what it surely can't do. Those 120 hit points bounced. That's not due to the DW2 or the Panzer IV or the Hatzer who is now on the cap. That's because there is a cruiser in the back who is shooting. And you have some angles on your front plate. The armor is not brilliant at all. We are looking at 35 mils on the front of the hull and the turret, 15 on the side of the hull, 25 on the rear of the hull, and like I said, turret front 35, 35 side, 35 rear. It's a light tank at tier 3. You want to get it? Yeah, for the bundle you might want to get it. For collector's purposes you might want to get it. I did buy it myself as well. This game I'm going to show you after we finish this one. But look at this. That's a counterpart of T70 57 on the Reds, and he poked the ridge. And there's not a big cupola on top, which is goodish. You have a gun mantlet, which is kind of functional, I think. But other than that, you will not bounce a lot of shots, and you will lose hit points at an alarming rate. We've all seen that DW2, and you can pen it with AP if you would run calibrated shells maybe, but you would need to cut into your APCR. And being a tier 3 tank, you don't get an HE round. And with the gun you're having, that 57mm gun, an HE round might be a good choice, might be something useful to have at this tier. Because something like the Panzer 38 NA gets the same caliber of gun, gets an HE round with 25 penetration, 70 alpha, which is not huge, I admit, but up against the Marder or any of the really soft, squishy light tanks that you might face, then an HE round like that might just be useful. And I've sped up this part of the video just to show you how long it takes to drive around mines with this tank. And Funabrarum, he is going to shoot the last tank, the cruiser, as you can see, gets 2 kills and then gets a first class medal as well. Credits, not too bad at all. I mean, ammo at this tier doesn't cost anything basically. And this is the game I played. You do get, did I mention the camouflage yet? What's it called? Missile salvo rare camouflage. I think that's like that. But look at this. Oh god, of course I'm not using a ram, I know that, but crying out loud, this smaller gun and it takes you 8 seconds to reload. Bad. Then again, 60 alpha, nothing to worry about. I can shoot this PT7 up the air, get 75 for a max roll. And yeah, we've lost a tank already. As you can see, the Panzer 3A is down. Am I going to clear the 14 TP? No, I missed a shot. But luckily the cruiser finishes off. It's 1-on-1 and we are going to roll up the hill. And yes, I am not taking the best in terms of routes, as you can see, and I shouldn't have rolled back over you because I got shot at the ass, which is unfortunate. But then again, if you are driving up the hill in this tank, it takes forever to get there. Even that medium 2 was able to go up the hill quicker than I was. And a medium 2 is by no means a tank with any form, or was at least, any form of effective horsepower per ton. I bounce a shot, 65 alpha. That gives me the information that there is something like a Panzer III on top over there, because that's the alpha there is. It's not my own tank, the T70. The BTs of this world get a lower alpha. But luckily it was not the FCM either, because the FCM, that is a huge gun for this tier, and really good camo rating. And this is T70/57 versus T70/57. You can take a look at the armor profile. Pretty much non-existent unless you wiggle around and bounce and have a lucky bounce, basically. Yeah, don't count on it. So what we're going to do now, and I also now know that the FCM is on top over there as well, because I saw 120 hit points knocking off this AMX-38, who was going to get shot up the ass. He didn't quite realize. Oh, in the front, right through the belly button, I think. Yeah. He didn't realize that he was spotted by this Panzer III. And I'm just going to sit here and do absolutely nothing, because otherwise I will get shot. And I'm not hesitating to camp. I don't want to get shot. I'm not going to rush in. I am a one-shot to all of the tanks, so let's just roll back then. And I realize I will get spotted once I shoot this Panzer III, so I was already backing up behind the rock, so I can't get shot from the spawn. And then click, press. Ah, I don't get the kill, that's annoying. Right, 2 kills anyway, 564 damage dealt, that's good. Let's go towards the spawn area, roll ever so slightly forward, don't get spotted. Use the bushes and the tree, and I have a really good crew, obviously. So I spot the Panzer III, and I don't get counter spotted. Don't get proxy spotted either. Let him drive past, not moving forward too much. Using the bush again, and then I'm gonna blind shoot into a red spawn, and that one is not gonna hit. But what I wanted to know, what I wanted to do here is shoot the bush, back up, and then wait 3 seconds. No, I am not spotted. That means there's nobody in that bush. And lo and behold, there you are. Hello, PT7. I can shoot you. No problem. And I can shoot you again, and then kill you. Click. Yes, press. Yeah, there we go. Lovely stuff. And now we're just going to farm. We're going to farm the Panzer III. We're going to farm the FCM. Back 40 over there as well. Yeah, that's about it. This was, as said, my very first game in this tank. I can track the Panzer III in place for another 75 hit points high roll. And for those of you who start saying, oh, what you were using, you were playing on a laptop, you cheeky little grub. No, I'm not playing on a laptop or on a PC. I'm using the slider bar at the bottom right to look around while not moving around my turret, and I'm not touching the controls, so I can use that auto aim again. And once the Panzer III starts looking the other way, I'm going to move around and shoot him and kill him. Yes, there we go. 84, 87, 88, 89, 917 damage dealt. Can I shoot this Panzer once more? Yes, the FCM, shoot him again. 54 damage, 93, come on. Player underscore number 3, click, get the 3. Yes, we get the kill, we get 5 kills and just about 4 kills in terms of damage.